We're gonna have a weekend full of ballet. I'm already ready with my ballerina bun.
And I'm ready with no beard and
with the shaved face, clean face. My prince, my Nutcracker Prince.
Your 4-year-old prince.
Well, your princess is 38, so I think we're in good
We're
shape.
we're
We're
about
balanced. We are performing with the Staten Island Ballet. We're not gonna be at the theater. The theater we used to perform still didn't reopen after the pandemic.
It's a great time of the year, even though it's painful in the body. On
Already?
the body. I'm very sore from yesterday's rehearsal. Watching the audience eyes, it pays off all the hard work.
In America, I feel like it's really a Christmas tradition, and I love that because it became our Christmas tradition also. You know, one thing I remember is when we had a very big snowstorm. We were still in New Jersey Ballet, and they didn't cancel the show because people were walking to the theater to watch.
They couldn't drive, right?
We almost couldn't go back home because we were driving.
Oh, we stopped in the middle of the road.
Remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
But people were so excited, like not even the worst snowstorm would stop them to watch the Nutcracker. You made a friend?
They're a great group of people.
Performing in this hotel makes the experience even more unique. The audience have a dinner before the show, and then we also get a natural scenery behind us. I think this is the most beautiful backdrop. Still haven't decided which point shoes I'm gonna wear, so this is the time. It's a good one. Good for the show. 3 shows, 3 pair of shoes.
Dinner time. I'm starving. Look at that,
How
babe.
cute.
Anna's plate. Junio's plate.
Coffee time. Myers toy shop. So here people can buy gifts. Could they buy raffles to help the company, to support the company? They also can buy little gifts, you know. I love the book. Oh look, I want a Nutcracker book. Just look at the tiaras. I'm gonna wear one of these today. The most queen now is a ballerina too. The pillow is my favorite though. So cute. Dr. Nutcracker. Oh, they have the fashions. This little guy. The Nutcracker lamp. Christmas jewelry, that's beautiful. Cookies, flowers. Look what I got.
Nutcracker?
So we can tell the story to our
kids.
kid.
On Christmas Eve, Clara and her brother were waiting for the guests to arrive at the party. They were all dancing and playing until Clara's godfather, named Drosselmeyer, arrived bringing a very special gift, a wooden nutcracker shaped like a little soldier. It was a simple gift, but it was the one Clara loved best of all. Late that night, after the party was over, Clara went by the tree to get her nutcracker. The tree started to grow bigger and bigger, and all the toys and everything in the room grew with it. Just then, Clara was surrounded by an army of mice led by their king. The Nutcracker flourished his sword, leading all toys to battle against it. When the Nutcracker was about to lose the battle, Clara threw her slippers at the Mouse King's head, and that was enough to distract him, and the Nutcracker won the battle. In that moment, Clara saw her Nutcracker transform into a handsome prince. The prince took Clara to his kingdom, the land of sweets, where the snowflakes taste like sugar. Clara and the Nutcracker Prince were greeted by the sugar plum fairy that led them to the palace. Drosselmeyer was there too. Everyone wanted to meet Clara, and one by one perform a dance. From Spain came the chocolate, from Arabia came the coffee, from China came the tea, from France came the marzipan, from Russia, the cross-sack dancers, and all the flowers of the kingdom ensemble for the waltz of the flowers. Clara watched the splendor of the dances as though we were all part of a wonderful dream. But was it?
There's a card box with her coffee underneath, her makeup.
First day's over. Have 2 more shows tomorrow.
We had a good day, had a good performance. It was really nice. It was good to see everybody. It was good to be on stage one more time for Nutcracker. Second day, the last 2 shows of the Nutcracker. We slept very good last night. We were really tired. I feel like the first day is harder than the second day, right?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you when I get there.
Anna and I were just talking. What was the first show we watched that made a huge impact in our lives as an artist or as a kid, you know? And I want to ask you guys right here in the comments, what was the first show or the first experience you had as a child that made you believe in magic? For me, it was like the circus. I remember my father used to bring me and my brothers to the circus when we were kids, and I dreamed of being one of those people in the circus, you know. Even the clowns. I love the clowns, but I wanted to be, you know, flying on the trapezio and all of those things.
Yeah.
And I remember going back and forth and singing the music that was I was playing on the circus with my brother. To this day, whenever we meet, we remember that. What was yours?
The first experience that I have was actually at the movie theater that my godmother brought me. Like, I think she planned with my mom, but I didn't know. So
Right.
my mom brought me to the downtown of Belo Horizonte, of my
Right.
town.
Your hometown.
And then my godmother was there, and I thought it was just a coincidence that we met her. And then she's like, "Oh, no, you want to go to the movie theater with me?" And they were playing Xuxa.
Oh yeah,
Super
Brazilian.
Xuxa contra Baixo Astral.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
a
I watched that
Brazilian-
too. She was like a TV host, like for kids.
Yeah.
She was a TV personality.
And that was my first time at the movie theater, and I still remember that day. Like I remember the
Right.
coincidence, and then I watched the whole movie, and I
Bite your
my
nails.
nails, and I was like, wow.
What we're gonna do? Only 22. How many we need?
25, right?
Oh, we get something different for the rest.
Okay, I'll get this. And these. Okay. Give me one of this, the red jacket.
Esto me encanta.
How you doing, guys?
Thank you.
Cheers. So as you can see, to leave the stage to come to the dressing room, we went by the kitchen.
Now is the intermission for the second act of the last show.
How are you feeling?
Now I'm good. Now I'm warm.
Now you're warm, right?
And the adrenaline is still kicking. But yeah, I'm gonna feel very sore after this one. But I'm happy.
Congratulations, Anna and Junio, always beautiful, my favorite couple. Not as just as dancer, but as humans. Love you guys, you dance beautiful. You're an inspiration. Love this girl.
finish Nutcracker, it feels like it's a mission accomplished. And performing with them, it's so much fun. They are very good people.
That was it for our Nutcracker weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video.
So we're gonna be waiting for you guys to share with us your first experience with any performance. Whether it was a ballet, the Nutcracker, or a Broadway show, or a school show, or a circus like
movie
me.
theater.
Exactly. Leave your experience in the comments so we can read all of them.
Yes. And we see you next time. I have to take my makeup off.